So what does the future hold for the music industry? Well, in the far-flung corners of the internet, beyond MySpace, YouTube, and iTunes, a forward-thinking faction of artists, bloggers, and entrepreneurs is quietly plotting a revolution. And in the words of Radiohead, this one's optimistic. On the surface, things look bleak for the record business, but dig a little deeper and a different story emerges. The future of music is just beginning to unfold.
The meteors hit, the dinosaurs have all died, and now it's time for whoever's next to take over, and I think that it's a good time for new ideas.
Is the music industry in as much trouble as it seems, or are we witnessing a metamorphosis?
The only aspect of the music industry that's down is albums packaged in a box and sold, in stores. Downloads, up. Ringtones, up. Ringbacks, up. Concerts, up. Music licensing, for advertisements or films or television, up.
The internet is teeming with new roadmaps for discovering music, from the streaming internet radio of Last.fm and Pandora to sites like iMeme and iLike, where anyone can create and share playlists of their latest obsessions.
Music itself is healthier than ever. There's more amazing music being created now by more people than ever before, and more people who have the inclination to make music are able to create it and share it.
We now have room for an infinite number of genres. We can now explore, what we really like, rather than sort of saying, well, which one of these top 40 songs do I like best?
In his best-selling book, The Long Tail, Chris Anderson offers a visionary blueprint for the future of media. According to his theory, the era of the blockbuster hit is coming to an end, and the key to the future is selling a greater variety of specialized products. Because there's unlimited shelf space on the internet, all music has an equal chance of finding an audience.
I think the goal for a long time for a lot of artists was, how can I have a hit? How can I be a rock star? How can I be a pop star? How can I get on MTV? How can I win the lottery? Really, I think the goal is now is a long-term sustainable career, and that they can make their music for 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
If niches are the future, then how do you monetize them? Here's one way.
By not spending too much on the advance and the recording and the marketing of it. We can make money on a release that only sells 2,000 copies. We don't have to sell 2 million.
Advertising is another. As the founder of Gizmodo and Engadget, two of the most successful blogs on the internet, Peter Rojas knows a thing or two about niche audiences.
There have been too many people who have tried to create music-related businesses that have tried to pretend that the internet isn't basically a giant photocopier, and that it's really designed to make it really easy for people to discover and share information or content of any kind, whether it's music or blog posts about gadgets or, movies or TV.
The Gadget Guru recently partnered with Downtown Records, home of Gnarls Barkley, to launch a new venture called Record Label. Offering free downloads paid for by banner ads, the site is a hybrid of an MP3 blog and a traditional record label.
What we're trying to do is come up with another model, a new way, another channel for artists to get their music out there and for fans to be able to enjoy it for free with sort of these guilt-free legal downloads.
For artists, the stakes are higher than ever. One approach is to do everything yourself.
We're a 6-piece band, and nowadays you cannot just be the guitar player of the band. You have to be the guitar player, the manager, the designer, the webmaster, and the record label.
It's still an uphill battle for major labels. Realizing they can't survive on CD sales alone, they're starting to adapt.
You can look at album sales being down, but what you really have to do if you're a record label is look at the whole pie. Am I getting revenue from my artist's tours? Am I getting revenue from ringtones? Am I getting revenue from putting my artist's songs into commercials? Am I getting revenue from their publishing catalog?
Music is popping up everywhere, and licensing, placing songs in video games, movies, and commercials, can pick up some of the slack of falling CD sales.
Technology is creating new avenues for music that didn't even exist before. Merchandising, for example. We've even worked on projects with toothbrushes that have music in them, singing toothbrushes.
Tooth tube! Brushing never rocked this hard.
So as a publisher, we really are kind of uniquely suited to take advantage of a lot of these new opportunities. It's beyond just your traditional record sales.
It's a brave new world where music and technology are intertwined. Anything you desire is on demand, and all you need is a cell phone and a Wi-Fi signal for instant music on the go. You can already even turn your TV into a remote-controlled jukebox. But where will the music industry be 10 years from now?
Some ideas that are floating around about having your internet service provider basically billing you almost like cable television, and you get all this content for that. There's other ideas out there about, you're still paying on a per song basis, but they start at just for pennies, and then as they get more popular, they become more expensive.
Major labels will continue to lose influence. I think there will be less square feet in Walmart devoted to music, possibly zero. I think the music's never going to get another physical format. The CD was the end of the road.
You've heard it described as a jukebox in the sky. It's the promise of being able to walk down the street with your mobile device and just, I've got a new album. I've got the whole Led Zeppelin catalog, or I've got, everything Kanye West recorded in the last 5 years, just like that. I think when you get to that point, then you'll have a real sort of fair chance to see if these technologies are going to save the music business or not.
Young people now are redefining and redesigning how rock and roll will be played and listened to. And, I cherish the past, but the future is going to be like nothing we ever seen.
Future!